Ms. Criswell, I thank you for being before us today. Mr. Chairman, I have to say to my colleagues on both sides of the aisle, I've had extensive communications and interactions with Ms. Criswell's team, and she has personally responded to many of my inquiries, official inquiries. We've worked through hundreds and hundreds of very complicated claims after Hurricanes Laura and Delta that hit the heart of my district in the middle of COVID. It was the worst thing you could possibly imagine. Very powerful hurricanes, a Category 5 and a Category 4, back-to-back, 1 month apart in the summer of 2020. It was incredibly difficult to respond to. And so I'm just going to say that through the course of the years, I've found that Ms. Criswell's team has been about as responsive as you could find any large bureaucracy anywhere in the world. And I would challenge any colleagues that would question the good lady's character, because I have found her character to be fine. She runs an organization that many of us are almost paid to hate, you know. But it's 22,000 employees, which sometimes things can get out of hand. But I have to say, Madam, that your response to my office through the years has been as excellent as it can be under difficult circumstances. Ma'am, when FEMA interacts with a particular government entity or private entity after a disaster, and planning is made and funding is shared for rebuilding, sometimes extensions for work are required. Is that correct?
Correct.
If the schedule for reconstruction is interrupted by supply chains and workforce restrictions, things like that, the entity that's in partnership with FEMA to restore their services, they have the opportunity to ask for an extension, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I have a letter, Mr. Chairman, request unanimous consent to submit from Lake Charles Harbor and Terminal District regarding just such an extension for a request for extension for permanent work to be performed. I'd ask that your office take it into full consideration, ma'am.
Absolutely, Senator.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll deliver that to you. This deal with it was outrageous. These reports that we had of a FEMA employee bypassing Trump supporters. I found it to be outrageous. How did this strike you, ma'am?
It's completely unacceptable, and it's heartbreaking to know that anybody impacted by Hurricanes Helene or Milton would have not been given the opportunity to get the assistance that they are eligible for.
Do the people of North Carolina and Florida and Georgia and South Carolina and Tennessee have your unwavering commitment to do everything in your power to help them recover?
Absolutely. We will be with all of these communities every step of the way throughout their recovery.
Okay, so I think it's fair that we hold you to that commitment, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Regarding this behavior out of this employee, I think you handled that. I mean, you discovered the behavior on one day, you confirmed the behavior the next day, and you fired your employee the following day. And then you initiated an investigation to look for what? If there's anything deeper, like some cultural existence that you aren't aware of this type of behavior. Is that what your investigation is seeking?
We're doing additional investigations to be certain where the direction came from.
If you find more of that, will more people get fired?
If we find any additional evidence that there was discrimination against a political party.
Thank you. Quickly, you had questioned how she came to that. Could you address for us, please, what she meant when she said avoidance first and then de-escalation, and that she mentioned avoidance several times in her statement? What is that within FEMA?
Our teams go into the field and go into communities, door to door, and talk to people, and we provide them safety training. It's a reactive training if they feel threatened or harassed in any way, that first they need to avoid that harassing situation, and if needed,
But have you ever instructed any of your people to, like, presume there's going to be conflict and therefore avoid a particular type of citizen?
this training is all about reacting to perceived threats. Never has it been directed to be proactive
All right.
to avoid a situation.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for this hearing. My time has expired. I yield.